BpsRps Live, October 17th, 2021. This is your host, BpsRps. So welcome, wrapping up the weekend. Dodgers are up 2-0 over the Braves. One of their games, I think it's game 3. Austin Riley, I called that. I hope he's the NLCS MP. He hit that go-ahead home run last night. It was pretty nice, wasn't it? So that's all I was playing tonight. A lot of football games on today, which take away from the baseball experience. If anybody bet a pool today, hope you guys won. Parlays, teasers, reverses, round robins, any of that ilk. All right, let's see what happened today in baseball. All right, let's see. Frank Baker, home run Baker. I think his career, he hit like 5 home runs. What is this? There we go. Sorry about that. It's a reminder. I think he had like 5 home runs in his career. He actually got the name Home Run Baker for hitting a home run in the 9th inning of Christy Mathewson today in 1911, where the A's beat the Giants in Game 3 of the World Series. That's where he got that name. Not because he had a lot of them, obviously, because he had one really important one. Pretty cool. 1978, the Yankees won their 4th straight game 7-2 to clinch their 2nd consecutive World Series championship over the Dodgers. Bucky Dent, he was the World Series MVP. He was a light hitting, I think, good fielding shortstop, but he came up really big that series. And when I think they beat the Red Sox, and people went around saying Bucky F and Dent. Excuse my language, sorry for cursing. But I guess they're his only big offensive contributions to the Yankees' cause. Today, in 1979, Willie Stargell hit a 2-run home run, and the Pirates beat the Orioles in the World Series in 7 games. That was the Pirates, the We Are family. They embraced that real family kind of image. Willie Stargell. Can't name any of the others. Bunch of other good players. Robin Yount had his second 4-hit game of the World Series. The Brewers won Game 5 of the World Series in '82. They went on to win that World Series. Oh, wow. Today, 1989, was the earthquake, the Ariel Proeta or something like that earthquake in San Francisco. They postponed the World Series and they resumed 11 days later. And the A's beat the Giants. But we'll get to that in 11 days. But yeah, that was the earthquake. And think about it. Back then, there was no Twitter, instant messaging, all the social media. So nobody really knew what the hell was going on. I think it took me about 3 or 4 years to find out the time that there was an earthquake. Today, 1993, the Phillies, they won 6-4 over Toronto in Game 2 against the Blue Jays. Glenn Braggs was born in 1962. John Mabry, 1970, and John Rocker, 1974. He said a lot of bad things about some people, and we don't condone that. We don't condone John Rocker here. Asshat. Sorry for cursing. All of those. Top Series 2. Topps update's coming out, I think, about 2-3 weeks. I don't know what's in it. What's it called here? Bo Jackson. Austin Slater. Chris Sale. Still in the Red Sox. He was hurt most of the year. Will Myers. They signed him for a lot of money. They wasted a lot of money on this dude. I mean, he's good, but he's not worth half the money they gave him. Trey Mancini, comeback player of the year. Should be announced probably next few weeks. Definitely deserved it. Elvis Andrews. Elvis Andrews is the active career leader in stolen bases. I just read if you add his total to Lou Brock's, they're still about 150 behind Ricky Henderson's total career. Zach McKinstry. He started the season pretty good, but they just I guess gave up on him. They demoted him. I think if it's got potential. TJ Antone. He's going to be a closer. He's going to be closing games for the Reds next year. Keegan Aiken. He's horrible. Any Baltimore Orioles pitcher, just stay away from, unless they reincarnate Jim Palmer. There's a shiny card. Jose Iglesias. Good field. No hit, ass clown. He's on the Tigers now. Joey Bart, rookie. Joey Bart, he had a lot of potential when they drafted him. He just started striking out a lot. I think he has more strikeouts than at bats. This pack sucks. Chris Bassett, he's like the A's ace. He got hit in the face with a comebacker with like a month left in the season, put him out for a month, which really hurt Oakland's playoff chances. Renato Nunez, he was a former A, Ranger, Oriole, Cardinal, Tiger. The guy hit like 30 home runs one year. He can't keep a job. Tommy Pham, remember he got stabbed last year in the offseason? Somebody shanked him. And then Yasmani Grandal. He I think his batting average was like 190, but his on base percentage was like 400. Very weird year. The pack sucked. Fire. Mickey Moniak. George Brett. I don't think I ever pulled the George Brett card out of a pack since maybe like when Ronald Reagan was president. He batted .390 in 1980. He's the only player to win 3 batting title in 3 decades, 76, 80, and 90. I think it was 90 or 91. Doesn't say it on the back, from my memory. Anderson Tejada. Brett, oh yeah. He really was a good player. Anderson Tejada, I don't know. Rookie, Rangers. Jesus Luzardo. He's been on the Marlins since July, so it's October. And he's still in the A's on these cards. You got to do something, Tops. Better than I don't know. I got to compare their numbers. Power, I think you would give the Brett. Average, hitting Carew maybe. Speed. That's a good comparison. Tim Anderson, it's a good player. What was his career average? I'm just like thrown out. 331. Chris Sale again. I don't want to see Chris Sale. Joey Gallo on the Rangers. He's been on the Yankees since late July. Tops once again. You got to do something. And Randy Arozarena. He won Rookie of the Year last year, right? and he could maybe win it again this year. That's so cool. (2000) Impact. This is going way back in time. 21 years ago. It's like a Sergeant Pepper piece. Anybody see the Batman trailer? Looked like shit. Sorry for cursing. Looked horrible. I think Derek said it. He said it looks like it's intentionally trying to look too dark. Michael Keaton still number one. You won't even watch the trailer or the movie. I mean, I'll watch, maybe. I won't go to the movies to watch, but I'll see it on TV. But the trailer just was like, that's it. That's it. You saw it? Or said it? I publicly typed an apology to Gabe Kapler. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. It wasn't you that ruined the Phillies the last 2 or 3 years when you were managing. It was the player development and scouting. I'm sorry, Gabe. Jim Thome the phony. Remember he promised the Phillies fans? He said, we're going to bring playoff baseball back to Philadelphia. He didn't. He didn't do that. Jim Thome lied to the fans of Philadelphia. I'll never forgive him for that. We don't condone that. You did say that. That's right. Michael Keaton was phenomenal. 7 batting titles. That's got to be like third place, right? I would think behind Rose, Cobb, and then probably Carew, right? You're not missing anything, see? You're not. I mean, I love Nicholson as Batman, but I mean, I'll be honest, Ledger was phenomenal. Different than Nicholson, phenomenal. So it's not like I'm just strictly Michael Keaton era, but the trailer was horrible. You don't know who's who. The world is a better place without that movie being released. As good as Pattinson looked. Man, it's like I was right. That's a rap lyric, but I'm not sure who rapped it. Tribe Called Quest? Matt Stairs. A few nights after he hit one into the night, got a Matt Stairs card. This guy shouldn't have to buy a drink in Philadelphia ever. John Lieber. Beastie Boys. Okay. I don't know too many of their lyrics. Their only song I like is Planetary Intergalactic Planetary. I never really got into them. They're good. They're talented. But yeah. Stairs home run's going to land when Alec Bohm touches home plate. Edgar Martinez, one of the finest DHs ever. Corey Koski. He shouldn't. If Matt Stairs is in a place in Philly or the tri-state area where he has to buy his own even food or beer, everybody in there should be banned. Actually, anybody on that 08 team should never have to do that. Speaking of that, Mose Alou, he used to pee on his hands. He would think it would give him grip to hold the bat. I don't make these things up. Mike Hampton on the Mets. Wow, this is old. I remember it was the Rocky. I remember it was a Met, but yeah, we'll ban it. We'll suspend him. We won't ever go there again. That's what we'll do. We'll get an alert out. Any 08 Philly who eats in the Philadelphia area and any people who are in there and the place itself if they charge them. We have to suspend them, and we'll never eat there again. Fair. All the money that team made them in '08, bringing people out, spending money, watching their games, it's the least they could do. Brad Radke. Checklist. Jeff's a big fan of checklists. Mini
By the way,
Bips.
my game's half done.
Mini Bips is creating a game. What medium is it going to be on?
Huh?
Or is it going to be available?
Google Play, because iOS is like $100 a year.
Mini Bips is making a game, creating a game for Google Play. It's halfway done. When it's done, can you tweet it out?
Yeah, sure.
He'll tweet it out, and I'll retweet it.
It's supposed to be for my game studio, but he said once you get 100 downloads, he'll let me get my LLC.
100 downloads, he could become an LLC.
So if somebody tries to sue me, it sues the company, not me.
It protects him from any liabilities. They don't sue him, they sue the company. Speaking of games, Acclaim Sports. It's an advertisement for All-Star Baseball 2001. Clay Bellinger, mighty fine in '99. Clay Bellinger? What the hell is a Clay Bellinger? I guessed right. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. That wasn't a bad pack at all. Topps Chrome. Only 4 cards in this pack. This is like such a rip-off. Yo, you guys want a sleeper catcher? He's probably taken in Dynasty, but in redraft leagues, Dalton Varsho. He really turned it on in the second half. His overall numbers don't look that good, but he could potentially be 2020 next year if his success in the second half carries over to the first half. You'll probably be able to get him like 20th round. So let somebody else waste their money or their draft pick on Real Muto, Sal Perez. He's never going to hit those 50 home runs again. Or if he is, you're paying a steep price to gamble on that. But get him like 20 rounds later. Thank me later. Tyler Glasnow, he might be a good pick late in the draft. He's hurt. He comes back the second half of next year. He's a sharp pitcher. Miguel Cabrera, one of the best players of all time. Future star, but not a present genius. Devin Williams, he punched a wall. He broke his hand with his team needing him in the bullpen for the playoffs. Not too bright. Not a good move, son. Pack sucked. Our final pack of the evening. This is extra bases. I don't know what the hell these are. They're bigger than normal cards. Oops. Like almost double. It's the premier edition from '94, so we're not going to see any like Utleys or Hamels, unless we have their cards from when they were like in kindergarten. But we'll find out together. These are sharp. Rick Aguilera, former Met starter turned Twins closer. Pretty cool. Chili Davis on the Giants. No, he's on the Angels. California Angels. See? CA. They used to be known as the California Angels. Mo Vaughn, Red Sox. Wow. He had a great career, I think, until he hit New York, right? Even with the Angels, I think he was good with. Chris Hoyles, he was good for like 20 home runs a year, and like only for like 3 years. Then he just fell right off the earth. Orlando Miller, he was good for about 20 hits a year. Mark Race, this guy was a pure hitter. 300 average. Didn't bring much in the way of power. Good defense, if I remember. Mark Lemke, he did something good for the Braves in a World Series game. Can't remember what it was. Carlos Delgado, listed as an outfielder. If you remember, he came up as a catcher. I guess they moved him to outfield and he turned into a first baseman. Very versatile. Mike Bordick, utility infielder for Oakland. I think he played on the Yankees. Mike Stanley. Alex Cole. Bad. Oh, here you go. Rookie standout. It's got a little gold glove. Kurt Abbott, Marlins. He was an A before he went to the Marlins. Forgot who he was involved, what trade he was involved in. Doesn't say on the back. He was a product of the A's organization. He was flipped because of the progress of Mike Bordick. That's weird. They're in the same pack. I don't know who he was traded for, though. Probably for a middle reliever. That was an interesting pack. All right, trivia prizes. Ted Power Fan Club. Ruboff. Juan Soto. Bryce Harper. And Ken Griffey Jr. with another player. Just got to name who that player is. Don't type the answer here. Retweet at the end of the broadcast. Name that guy on the card with Ken Griffey. And these are tonight's prizes. So that's all I got tonight, fellas. Thank you all for joining. Go Braves or Dodgers, whoever you're rooting for. And that's all I got. So thank you all for joining. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. You keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Have a good night.